Hello people, welcome back to another week of pack openings. The past 2 weeks haven't been the best. Last week's was a repeat. If you know, you know. I believe we're on to week 13 of this year. This is the second year of this. And we've been going a little bit bigger than last year. We're building it up. Before I go any further though, if you're watching this and you haven't yet, there's a little subscribe button. If you little press, once we hit 2,500, whatever is on this shelf gets opened. And there's some nice stuff on there. So yes, feel free to do that, it would be a big boost for me. So yeah, so this is the second year. That's what we opened in year one. I still haven't worked out how many packs we opened last year for this. But that's what we opened. And this is what we're on for so far this year. And I have been keeping track of the packs. Not as much variety so far, because trying to find stuff is still a little bit difficult. But as I'm sure you may have seen from the thumbnail, I did find something quite nice. I've got something for this week. I've got a couple more things in the drawer still. So if we dive into the openings, yes, I know, because they're here. I find perfect order. 2 stores had them. 1 had a limit of 3. 1 had a limit of 2. And I didn't even get to pick, so I've got 2 Meowths and 3 Mega Starmie packs. So I didn't even have the full artwork yet, which is sad. But it's the new set. So we are going to dive into these and see if we get anything good. Because the EXs that we got the past 2 weeks really haven't been the best. In fact, the one is a dupe. So, yeah, 5 packs. We'll do these pretty much in this order. We might as well just do it in that order. I don't know which ones came from which store, but I can tell you we had the 2 were from TJ Jones, is that? It used to be WH Smith. And the 3 were from Waterstones, and they had a lot more. So, yes, quite happy with that. So we're going to start with this top one, the Mega Starmie. And we will have a look at the newest set. Come on. Pretty sure there was some other stuff from Ascended released recently, maybe. I don't know, I was at work. I was lucky to get these. One of the other things I got to open is from Asda, actually. They had a few things in. So, we start with the Leaf Energy, Amora, Hippopotas, Hole Digging Shovel. What other kind of shovel is that? Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Intriguing. Ooh. A Rattata, a Luxio, a Jacinth. I don't know how to pronounce her name. That's why we need voice acting in the games. Although I do like heal 150 damage from one of your. Okay, I like that. I like that. Meowstick. We have the reverse Raticate. Still not too fond of these reverse hollows. A reverse Aromatisse. And a Landros hollow. Okay. That wasn't the best pack, but it's just the start. We move on to our first Meowth pack. Why are we getting EXs for basics? and they can evolve. Right. I know there's a Meowth EX because my free pack on TCG Live gave it me, I think, yeah. But like, why? Okay, we have a fighting energy, a Servine, Marwal, we have a Ghastly, Salandit, Barbaracle, Rose's Encouragement. If you have more prize cards remaining in your opponent, does 2 bit energy from your discard to one of your stage 2. Interesting, interesting. Vivillon. We have a Reverse Superior, a Reverse Rattata to go with a Reverse Raticate. Ooh, that's a pretty card. Once you need to place turn, that player may search deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto their bench. That player shuffles their deck. If a player searches their deck in this way, the turn ends. Oh, that's a pretty card. I need my sleeves. That is very nice for our second pack. Okay. Our second Starmie pack, our third pack altogether. I think I'm just going to have to try and open them this way, aren't I? Or not. Come on, open up. Open up. There we go. That was effort. Okay. And we start with a Psychic Energy. Rowlet. How many normal cards are there? 88 plus all the specials, okay. Amora. Yeah, that's 111, okay. So, Amora. A Hippopotas. Hole Digging Shovel. I'm going to feel deja vu here. Barbaracle. Rose's Encouragement. A Reverse Marwal. A Reverse Bunnelby. And a Luxray. Pack number 4, which is our second Meowth pack. Let's hope for the best. Fighting Energy. A Binacle. A Rowlet. The Antique Jaw Fossil. Amora. Tarragon. For any combination of fighting Pokemon and energy from discard pile into your hand. Okay. Okay. I see that. Diggersby. Naveen. Draw cards until you have 5 cards in your hand. Before drawing cards, you may discard any number of cards from your hand. Okay. I'm saying okay a lot, aren't I? I'm sensing discarding stuff, draw cards, next turn, get stuff back from the discard. Okay, yeah, yeah. A Reverse Tarragon. A Reverse Amora. And another Luxray. Final pack. So yeah, so these are from 2 different stores, so 2 different boosters, or booster boxes. I couldn't pick these myself. But I mean, we got the Lumiose. I quite like the Lumiose. Leaf Energy, Rowlet, a Honedge, News Pass, Hole Digging Shovel, Aromatisse, Luxio, Have I even had a Shinx yet? I can't remember if I've had a Shinx. I've had Luxio, I've had Luxray. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, this Pokemon can evolve during your first turn or the turn you play it. How do you get this out first turn? Okay. Rose's Encouragement. A reverse Seal. A reverse Pokeball. Telepathic Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides psychic energy. When you attach this card from your hand to a psychic Pokemon, search your deck for 2 basic psychic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. Ooh. Is that supposed to be hollow? Is that? I don't know. Because there's number 88. I'll put that there. So, not too bad. Not too bad. Some nice looking cards to be used from this set. And yet, to answer the question, I've had 2 Luxrays, 2 Luxios and no Shinx. So yeah. So thank you for tuning in. I'll be back next week. Something else to open. Like I said, I've got some stuff in the drawer. I may find something else. I don't know. We will have to wait and see. But as I said at the start, if you haven't yet, feel free to hit the subscribe button so we can hit this, what I think is a small target, to open all this. There's a lot on there. And there's a lot of variety. This has been there for a year. We've had this over a year now. I want to open it. So, yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, take care, and goodbye everyone.